All of us to be together. Can you believe it's the second year of doing this? Wow. But it is really wonderful. I'm seeing my cousin Jen all the way from New York, right by the ocean in New Jersey, and
She can't
it's
find a better
it's
place.
it's really wonderful. It's really wonderful to see everybody. Um, so the Seder, what our obligation in the Seder, what the most important thing is that we need to hear the story, right? We need to hear the story of our movement from slavery to freedom, and we also want to feel as if we were there. Okay, and so we're going to move forward, and there are different things that we'll put up on the screen, and we're going to share a little bit of the Abayudaya experience of Africa, of what it means to have Seder there in Africa. And I just want to say that we have four of so many things, and it's because God redeemed us in four different ways. Hotseti brought us out, Hitzalti rescued us, Gaalti redeemed us, Vilakachti, and God took us as her people. And then there's a fifth though, Veheveti. And the rabbis, the rabbis are so good at this. They said in compromise, they said we really have five ways. So where do we save that fifth cup for after we eat? It's just like the kiddush. You wanna keep people there, so you have something to eat after. So and now we have something to drink extra. But enough for that. Let's get going. Chazan Mimi.
Hello, hello. It's a very happy Hazan Mimi. And we are going to start by lighting
UCLA
candles.
crossed the desert. Is the sea?
UCLA, yeah, crossed the sea. They're on their way to Michigan. Anyway, on that note, let me find what I'm looking for because it's not where I want it to be naturally. So hold on. This is the good, fun stuff. So here we go.
There'll be times here and there where we'll be asking people questions, and when you feel like you want to respond, this is interactive, I hope, and you'll be able to respond. We're going to do the Seder. We're hoping it takes about an hour, and then we're going to go to eat for 20 minutes and then finish the Seder. All right, take it away, Mimi.
Okay, so I want to encourage everyone to read this blessing with me before we light the candles. Holy eternal God of life and love, on this night of Passover, Chag HaPesach, keep us safe in body and spirit. Watch over us as we tell the story of our people and the story of today. On this night of telling Chag HaMatzot, let us share our questions and search for responses. May our stories prepare us for the journey ahead. On this night of freedom, Chag HaCherut, let us imagine liberation from fear and illness, masks and gloves. Let the masters who hold our fate in their hands release us with wise practice and expectations that make for safety. On this night of spring, Chag HaAviv, let us imagine a future where breath enlivens us and beauty sustains us inside and out. May the signs of a new season bring us hope for change. Let this flame illuminate our journey. May the song of our ancestors merge with the song of today. May we be blessed with peace and well-being. Amen. And please join with me in the singing of the candle blessings. And please, if you have candles with you, please light them. Please rise and join with me. Yeah, la, 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 la. Yeah, la, 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 la. Yeah, la, 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 la. La, 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 la. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher then we're going to sing a Shehechianu because we're all together. So put your arms into the next Zoom room, just like if you have someone next to you, put your arm around them and maybe extend out to the Zoom room. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehechianu v'kimanu v'higianu lazman hazeh. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehechianu v'kimanu v'higianu lazman hazeh. Amen. One more time.
Amen, amen, amen. I want to remind everybody, I hope you got in your instructions that we have the Haggadah online. Did everybody get that, what do you call it?
Memo.
No. Link to it? Mimi, can you put it in the in the chat? I can't hear you, Mimi.
I'm working on it.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. That would be really wonderful. If you have this one, this is put out by the Rabbinical Assembly, and just like the Lev Shalem, we are able to download it, which is a PDF of the piece. So right now we're going to go to the order of the Seder. We realize that the word Seder means order, right? To keep things in order. L'sader. We say Beseder, right? When we say, how are you doing? We say Beseder. Everything is in order. Everything is good. So the whole idea is the order. So if you'll find the words on page 22. Chadesh urechatz karpas yachatz magid rachza motzi matzah marur vorech shulchan korech tzafon barech halel mirtzah. Okay, and next we are going to, oh boy, I have to go through this here and close the Kiddush. So we're going to take a look now at the Abayudaya. Here, I need to share my screen. Okay, there's so many things on here. Okay. I still don't have it. I really don't. Here we go. There we go. Okay. So the Kiddush, the Kadesh, right? It's so interesting in Africa because grapes do not grow there where the Abayudaya are, and they are subsistence farmers, and they don't have the funds to make a greenhouse. So what happens is that they use a form of banana wine. And what's so interesting about the banana wine is this. When I came there and I said, you use banana wine, but we also use grapes. And here's the reason why. Grapes, first of all, wine is a source of joy. But listen to this. When an apple is grown and it's ready to be eaten, it falls from a tree by itself, right? When a pear is ready, falls by itself. An orange, right? An apricot, right? All of those fruits. But grapes come in a bunch. And what brings us real joy is achdut, oneness, togetherness, community as a people. And that's why the grapes are so important to represent our joy and our unity. But you think about bananas, and how do bananas come? In a bunch, right? So I just wanted to bring that up. It says here, before kosher wine became readily available to the Abayudaya, banana was used as the source. It had a very high alcohol content and served literally as a source of joy. Okay. So what's happening this year actually is because of the pandemic, usually I know, we can thank Debbie Strom for giving me bottles of wine to smuggle into Uganda. I didn't smuggle it. Bring bottles of wine into Uganda so that they could have Passover or Shabbat wine. So we will do the Kiddush. We will rise, please. And if you have the book, it's on page 24. Before we do this, you need to have somebody else pour the wine for you into your cup, because we do not pour ourselves the wine. Okay. All right. Let me pour into yours. Okay. Sure. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar banu mikol am ורוממנו מכל לשון, וקידשנו במצוותיו, ותיתן לנו אדוני אלוהינו באהבה, מועדים לשמחה, חגים וזמנים לששון. את יום חג המצות הזה, זמן חירותנו, מקרא קודש, זכר ליציאת מצרים. כי בנו בחרת, ואותנו קידשת מכל העמים. ומועדי קודשך, בשמחה ובששון, הנחלתנו. ברוך אתה אדוני מקדש ישראל והזמנים. And now we sit with a pillow hopefully on our back, and we are going to lean because we are free. We take a sip of our wine or drink the whole thing. And this is an ancient song the sages would sing. Lean, 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 lean. Lean, 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 lean. Lean, lean, lean. It's on the Seder night. Lean to when we drink wine. On the Seder night, we lean to the left. The wine to the right. Whenever we're drinking, all we have to do is lean, lean, lean. Lean, lean, lean. Take a sip of wine, really tastes so fine, especially when we're free. By the time we get to 4, oh sure, we're singing happily. Lean, lean, lean. Lean,
That was great. I'm going to share my screen, we hope. And a tradition some of you may know about. It's one that I particularly appreciate. It is Miriam's cup. This is my Miriam's cup. Let me show it to you close up. It looks like a sort of a tambourine, and we fill it with water. So there's a reading I put up here. Let's read it together. We begin our Seder with Kos Miriam, Miriam's cup, symbolically filled with Mayim Chaim, living waters from Miriam's well. Miriam's cup is a symbol of the past, our past redemption when our people were brought out of Egypt and delivered from slavery. Elijah's cup, which we will speak of at the end of the Seder, represents our future redemption, looking forward to the Messianic age when peace will fill the world. Together, Miriam's well was said to hold divine power to heal and renew, became a special source of transformation for a people seeking to leave slavery behind them and form a new identity. Throughout our journey as a people, we have sought to rediscover these living waters for ourselves. We remember the sustenance and renewal of God's gift to Miriam with this cup of clear spring water, which I did put in there. A reminder of the living waters of Miriam's well. Tonight at our Seder, let us remember that we are all still on the journey. Just as the Holy One delivered Miriam and her people, just as they were sustained in the desert and transformed on our journey to a stronger sense of ourselves as individuals and as one people. May the cup of Miriam nourish us and give us inspiration as we embark on our journey through the Haggadah.
Beautiful.
So now we wash our hands, but we don't say a blessing. I don't know if Hazan Stein wants to say anything more about that.
Well, last year we really were very impressed with the idea of washing our hands, right? We were at the start of a pandemic. So the rabbi brought up something very interesting the other day, talking about what is the meaning of washing our hands, right? Is it practical? What is the practical side, and what is the spiritual side? Have you found a spiritual side in this year of experience of why we wash our hands and when we wash our hands? My little grandchildren last night, said, so we're clean, right? But what is the spiritual side? What is this? Anybody want to give us raise your hand? I think I can see everybody. Okay, Alana, can you unmute?
Yeah, the spiritual side for me is the mitzvah of doing it to protect not only myself, but to protect others. And that it helps me stay awake to other people and my obligation to protect them.
Wow. That's so true, right? The spirituality really concerns not just us and God and our experiences, but spirituality has to do with relationship. Yes, relationship with God, but relationship with other people. That's beautiful, Alana. Beautiful. Anybody else have a hand? Okay, Irene. Okay, are you unmuted?
Yeah.
Good. All right.
It gives me a feeling of purity also. It's like a cleansing almost.
Mm-hmm. Very nice. Very nice. And of course, it was what the priests did before they began their sacrifices and all the other things that they did. And very often you'll find a cup of water, a washing station before you go into the synagogue, just as we do in the morning when we cleanse ourselves before we pray. Okay, so we're going to wash without a blessing at this time. So if everyone has their water, okay, it's the same process 3 times on each hand, but with no blessing, no bracha. Okay. And so next, go ahead, please.
now that we've washed our hands, that means that we are ready for the appetizer, the parsley. So just a thought about parsley. What is, just again, raise your hand. What is the significance of parsley? Okay, anybody have their hand up? I'm not seeing it, so. Just,
That's okay. No.
okay. All right, so.
My
I
wife
don't-
says rabbit food.
Okay, that's beautiful. So, okay, parsley has the idea of spring and rebirth. And that we dip it in the salt water to remind us of the tears that our ancestors shed during slavery. But it could mean something else too. You know, in some parts of the country, not ours, in the winter, it's very frozen outside. And when spring comes, the things come to life. So there's a real sense of newness and new possibilities. And another thing I would like to perhaps think about too is about people who don't have even karpas to put on the table. That we're also shedding tears for those who don't have everything that they need, with the hope that in the future they will be able to do that. So with all those kavanah in mind, we take our parsley, we dip it into the salt water. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri ha'adamah.
Amen.
Eat it.
Mm.
Yummy.
You know, when we're doing the Abayudaya, part of the Haggadah, we talk about water security and how people, young people, children, and women are forced to carry 40-pound jugs of water. It's called a jerry can, and we ask people to find something really, really heavy and pass it around the table to think about what their life is trying to get water. Okay, we come to Yachatz, which I can't, Kelly.
Your shirt is singing.
My shirt is singing? No. That's just the camera. Okay. We take 3 matzot. Does everybody have their matzah ready? The 3 matzot. I love this one. This is from Ethiopia. This cover. We have one from our children as well. Okay. This is the one that children made. Jared made when he was a little. That was his first quilt. All right. And we'll take there are 3 matzot, right? We'll take the middle matzah. And we try to break it. You know, you can't ever break it in half. It's almost, last night I did almost. That was really strange. And nobody could figure out which one was the bigger or the smaller. So here we go. Okay. We take the smaller one, right? The smaller. And we send it out for the afikomen, to be the afikomen.
Do you want me to hide?
No, you don't need to hide. All right, we put it back.
It's checking.
And we talk about what is this bread, right? The bread of affliction. This is the bread of affliction, which our ancestors ate in the land of Mitzrayim. All who are hungry, let them enter and eat. All who are in need, let them come celebrate Pesach. Now we are here. Next year in the land of Israel. Now we are enslaved. Next year, may we all be free. Halach ma Chazan Mimi.
This is a modern version of Halach Ma'anya. I put the words up. I hope that you'll get it and you'll sing it with me. Halach Ma'anya. Halach halachmanya, halachmanya, the bread that we ate in Mitzrayim. Try that. Halachmanya, 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 the bread that we ate in Mitzrayim. All who are hungry, let them come and eat. All who are hungry, let them come and eat. All who are hungry, let them come and eat. Halachmanya, 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 the bread that we ate in Mitzrayim. All who are in need, let them come and celebrate. All who are in need, let them come and celebrate. All who are in need, let them come and celebrate. Halachmanya, 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 the bread that we ate in Mitzrayim. Next year may we all be free. Next year may we all be free. Next year may we all be free. Halachmanya, everybody. Halachmanya, 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 the bread that we ate in Mitzrayim.
From the east down to the west. Okay. While we sang halachma anya, we should be looking at having our matzah. Now we cover the matzah, and we are going to continue with the magid, the telling of the story. And what a better way to get us thinking about it, the story, a better way than asking questions at the beginning so that we answer the questions, and in that answering, we give the answers. Once again, we are given the number four, and the four, besides the things that I mentioned, right, the four different ways that God redeemed us from slavery, we have so many other things, the four seasons, right? Now, that's not just a hotel, okay? The four seasons, the four elements, right? The four, isn't there a fifth element? Oh, that's a movie, okay. The four directions, right? North, east, south, west, right? The structure of its completion. If you think about the structure of the pyramids, how that it's a square, right? It's four sides, and it gives it structure. It gives it solidarity, right? We also think of the four seat, right? And then one of my favorites is the word pardes, right? Pardes is a way of understanding Torah. The pei stands for pshat, the direct meaning, all right? And then drash, the interpreted meaning, remez, the clues to the deeper meaning, and sod, the deepest, most secret meaning. Do we have a young person here who wants to sing the Fiakashes? Michael, you're... Oh, we do! Okay! Yay! Okay, ask to unmute. It says ask to unmute. And while we're doing this, let's think of a fifth question. All right? Let's think of what other questions we have that would help us tell the story. This bad last year, I mean, so many questions, right, of this journey from slavery to freedom. Okay. Go ahead. Yes. What does it look where?
הלילה הזה מכל הלילות, מכל הלילות, שבכל הלילות אנו אוכלים חמץ ומצה, חמץ ומצה. הלילה הזה כולו מצה, הלילה הזה כולו מצה, שבכל הלילות אנו אוכלים שאר ירקות, שאר ירקות. הלילה הזה מרו, מרו. הלילה הזה מרו, מרו. שבכל הלילות אין אנו מטבילין אפילו פעם אחת, אפילו פעם אחת. הלילה הזה שתי פעמים, הלילה הזה שתי פעמים. שבכל הלילות אנו יושבים בין יושבין ובין מסובין, בין יושבין ובין מסובין. הלילה הזה כולנו מסובין, הלילה הזה כולנו מסובין.
Nice job, Ellie. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Hazanstein, did
Yes.
you want?
I was saying something. I was saying the picture behind Rabbi Adam was just sizzling. It was just like so bright because of all the joy that he got. So we were talking about what are some of the questions that could help us move this story forward. What are some more questions? What about from this whole year? What about this year? What questions do you need answered about that journey from slavery to freedom? Did anybody have a hand up that I see? Okay, go ahead, Irene.
Well, since the pandemic has started, it's almost like we were slaves. We were stuck in our own houses. We couldn't go do what we wanted to do. And if you want to equate it, you were a slave to the pandemic.
Mm-hmm. Good. You know, I have a question. What about the vaccine, right? What about the vaccine releasing us from this slavery? Is there a connection in your mind, in your heart, in your feelings? I feel I'm sorry for anybody who already got who did not get the vaccine yet, and I hope you do soon. But for me to hug my grandchildren, oh my God, I changed my new baby's diaper for the first time, and she was born in September, and I think this is March. Yeah, I have not been next to her long enough, or even held her long enough to smell So it really was a release from slavery. So this year leaves a lot of questions, doesn't it? I mean, what does it mean? What does it mean to help others towards slavery, towards understanding? What about those who feel better being slaves than not being slaves? How about I'm almost scared to go out and be with people? I'm a little more comfortable. I feel a little safer in my house still. How long will that feeling go on? So I just wanted you to think about that and to make that comparison as we go forward with the story. Chazan Mimi.
I believe we're singing Avadim Hayinu. Is it on page 13? I'm not sure what page it's on. Rabbi Adam, if you happen to see it in the Haggadah and want to throw it up there, that would be awesome. If not, please do sing with me. You know, it's
Page 16.
Thank you. Page 16. Thank you, Stan. What? There we go. Avadim hayinu, hayinu. Atav b'nei chorin, b'nei chorin. Avadim hayinu. Atav b'nei chorin. Avadim hayinu. Atav b'nei chorin, b'nei chorin. Atav b'nei chorin, b'nei chorin. Avadim hayinu, hayinu. Atav b'nei chorin, b'nei chorin. Avadim hayinu. Atav b'nei chorin. Avadim hayinu. Ata b'nei chorin, b'nei chorin. Ata b'nei chorin, b'nei chorin.
Which one? This one.
Okay, if we can make sure that we're all have our mute on, that would be helpful. Thank you. All right, let me go back to where we are here. Okay, Don Hasselkorn. Okay, you're in. Okay. So the next thing we do, we talk about the Torah, of course, as the source of all of our being and of our love and of our lives and our blessings. So there's a song called Baruch HaMakom, and the idea, one of the names of God is Makom. Makom means everywhere. God is everywhere. And I love also when we're singing Shaddai, and when we're singing Dayenu later, we'll think about one of the names of God is what? Shaddai. Enough. There's nothing more that we need, right? And there's nothing more than Torah. And I'm going to get my banjo. Chazan Mimi really wasn't sure we wanted to do this because of time limitations. But whenever I get a chance to play the banjo, right, Mimi? Chazan Mimi?
Oh, sure. Put it on me. Yeah, that's right.
If you really like it, it was me. It was my idea. If you don't like it, then it was Chazan Mimi's idea.
There you go. But I think we'll like it. And please sing along if you know it. By the way, it's on page 38 in the Haggadah. I don't know if we want to put that up there or if you have it on your computer. Baruch HaMakom Baruch Hu, Baruch Shenatan Torah le'amo Yisrael. Baruch HaMakom Baruch Hu. Again, Baruch HaMakom Baruch Hu. Baruch Shenatan lanu le'amo Yisrael. Baruch HaMakom Baruch Hu. Baruch HaMakom Baruch Hu. Baruch Shenatan Torah le'amo Yisrael. Baruch HaMakom Baruch Hu. Baruch HaMakom Baruch Hu. Baruch Shenatan lanu le'amo Yisrael. Baruch HaMakom Baruch Hu.
Baruch hamakom baruch hu. Baruch hamakom baruch hu. Now that's completeness. Okay.
That is awesome. That is awesome.
All
For
right,
sure.
Hassan, you're going to bring us to the story of the.
The four children, or the four sons. So before I share my screen, which I will in a second, I want to ask people what they know about the four children, or four sons, or four daughters. And if you know, just raise your hand. And if I don't call on you and I don't see you, just unmute. I'm okay.
I see that the Hoishes have a Michelle.
Okay.
Ask to
Great.
unmute.
Look at Doug and Tova.
Oh, and
Yes.
Doug and Tova. Okay. I
Okay,
didn't
great.
see-
Okay, Doug and Tova, let's go ahead.
I think the four sons is not really four children. I think they're the four stages of our own life.
Okay,
Ah,
nice, nice.
like that.
Steve, I love that because it's not that simple, even though
And
we
you know,
often
we're
read it,
maybe-
it
are
is
we
that
born?
way.
Are we born simple and then we become more wise? And you know, it's
Well,
what
I
are
think
those
we're too
stages?
young. I think when we're born, we're too young to ask. Then we're simple. Then we become teenagers and we know everything, and we're the wicked child. And then we become an adult, and then we become wise in our old age.
I think
Right.
that tells it all, right, Hassan and Mimi? That's the story. of the-
Almost, but I think what Steve and Michelle, why don't you guys unmute yourselves?
I think that there are times when we can be all four sons all at the same time, or maybe we're just cycling through so quickly. But I think we bring elements of all four sons into our lives all the time.
Mhm.
Yes. Is there anybody else who wants to add something to that? It's hard for me to see. So if you don't put your hand up, I might not see you, and I want to hear. Doug and Tova, do you still have something to say?
This is Hannah. I'm just on the side.
Anna, okay, sorry.
Yeah. Kind of what Michelle said of being all four at the same time. That would make sense that in some contexts, you know everything, you know a lot, you know what you're talking about. In other contexts, you don't know anything and you need to ask questions. And in other, just like different contexts,
Mhm.
different situations.
Yeah. And I'm going to actually put something up on the screen. And Margie, you saw this last night. So if you want to, see what you think, I'm going to put up a picture of an illustration. And I want you to tell me which child is which. So here it comes. Okay. Which child is which? Rabbi Adam, I might need your help here because I'm not seeing everybody. So, okay, so
looking for hands.
great. We have
Who has an
four-
idea?
Oh,
We have 4 books here. What do you think?
At this point, if you want to unmute
Hoishes,
yourself,
I guess
you'll be
Hoishes'
okay.
hands are
yeah,
up.
just unmute yourself and
Jacob
start
says
talking.
the angry child is in the upper left corner, and the wise child is in the lower left corner.
And why do you
I'm
say
go-
that?
Jacob, why do you say that? Jacob is very shy. Jacob says that because with anger, you become fiery mad when you're angry. And someone who's reading the Talmud is clearly scholarly.
Okay. Anybody else out there? Just unmute yourself and share. Hoishes, I think I saw a hand.
I'm going to suggest that maybe the burning book is the wise son who has been thinking so hard, they set the book on fire with their passion. And the closed book, I'm going to say, would be the wicked son that isn't willing to open it. But the upper right, the blank book, I'm going to say the simple son. So we have, let's see, wise, wicked, simple, not asking questions. Simple. Well, maybe the simple one is trying to find the answers by reading the open book, and the one that doesn't know how to ask is the blank one.
Okay. Great. Anybody else out there? Brave enough. Hazan Stein?
Well, I just want to read something that I got from Jonathan Sachs, Rabbi Jonathan Sachs of Zichrono Livracha. He says that these four children, there's a piece of all four in us. Open it up for all of us. Some feel more wise, some feel wicked, some are simple, some or do not know how to ask. And in these scenarios, remind us that all of these attributes are legitimate and valid. And it is our responsibility to respond in ways that are most appropriate at a given time. Helping our children, our community, the next generation. And I would like to add those who are neurodiverse or handicapped in some way. To ask is to believe that somewhere there is an answer. We ask not because we doubt, but because we believe.
Beautiful. And there's many different ways of learning, right? There are many different styles, and sometimes we learn one way and sometimes we learn another way. And it's possible that the four children have to do with the different learning styles. And if somebody's in the chat and wants to share, doesn't want to be on, you could do that too. So please feel free. I'm going to stop the share for now. Okay.
Okay. So we're going to move forward now with the story. And we're going to find, I'm just going to read the things that are in bold in the Haggadah, starting on page 44, because the rest is commentary. And we have a time limit, and I really loved hearing that language, that Talmudic language, when I was a child. It really stayed with me my whole life. And so if you have a chance, you can read all of it. But in the bold are the pieces of the Torah of the story that I'm going to read. Okay, page 44. If we want to put it up there, I think we can, or do you want me to? Rabbi Adam, can you do that, or should I?
Which page do you want up?
Page 44.
Coming right up.
All right. And then I'll tell you the next page. Okay. All right. 44. Okay. And so I'm going to read in the bold parts. Okay. My father was a wandering Aramean, and with just a few people he went down to Mitzrayim and sojourned there. And there he became a great nation, mighty and numerous. We go to page 47, I guess it would be. All right. And it says, the Egyptians dealt harshly with us and oppressed us, and they imposed hard labor on us. Beautiful there, Rabbi. Okay. Page 49. We cried out to Adonai, the God of our ancestors, and Adonai heard our plea and saw our affliction, our misery, and our oppression. Okay, and then we'll go all the way to page 53. Then Adonai took us out of Mitzrayim with a mighty hand and an outstretched arm, with awesome power and signs and wonders. And what are those signs and wonders? They are the 10 plagues. Okay, so I have to go here, and I'm going to share my screen. There is an ancient melody for remembering the plagues, and I'm going to share my screen now. Rabbi Adam, thank you. Share screen. Here it is. Share. Okay. And then we're going to take the wine and we're going to.
The second
lose a little bit of it for each. Okay, here we go. Pharaoh, Pharaoh, plagues are come and me want to go home. Pharaoh, Pharaoh, plagues are coming and me want to go home. First the Nile, she turns red. Plagues are come and me want to go home. Then the frogs jumping in my bed. Plagues are come and me want to go home. Then the lice running in my hair. Plagues are come and me want to go home. Then the wild beasts, tigers and bears. Plagues are come and me want to go home. Pharaoh, Pharaoh, plagues are come and me want to go home. Pharaoh, Pharaoh, plagues are come and me want to go home. Then the cattle, they get sick. Plagues are come and me want to go home. Then the skin needs relief real quick. Plagues are come and me want to go home. Then the hail comes down like rain. Plagues are come and me want to go home. Then the locusts cover the plain. Plagues are come and me want to go home. Pharaoh, Pharaoh, plagues are come and me want to go home. Pharaoh, Pharaoh, plagues are come and me want to go home. Then the sky, she turns black. Plagues are come and me want to go home. Then the firstborn gone like that. Plagues are come and me want to go. Everybody now, Pharaoh, Pharaoh, plagues are come and me want to go home. Pharaoh, Pharaoh, plagues are come and me want to go home. Yes, very ancient song. Very ancient. Okay. All right, so now, have we filled our cup?
From the ancient sage, Bob Marley.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Okay. So, we're going to take our wine, right? Mimi, do you want to lead us in this? Chazan, I'm sorry.
If Rabbi Adam puts them up, I will do that. Okay.
Vehisha
Some
Amda?
people
No,
put
no.
their
The plagues themselves, the dom.
Got it, okay.
yeah. So some people take their index finger and put it down. Our family tradition was using our pinky finger. Just be careful, whatever finger you use, don't use your middle one.
Oh,
Anyway.
Mimi. Mimi.
However,
My
we may
sister,
feel,
there's children on this Zoom, by the
well,
way.
that's why I said don't use it. So, but that really, you know, if we think about it, there's lots of plagues. So let's go with the traditional ones.
You know, they can't spell plague
And you
without.
can repeat after me.
Da.
Svardeya,
Svardeya.
Kinim,
Kinim.
Arov,
Erov.
Dever,
Dever.
Shechim,
Shechim.
Barad,
Barad.
Arbet,
Arbe.
Choshech,
Koshech.
Makat Bechorot.
Zekat Bechorot. And as we lessen the amount of wine in our cup, remember that wine is a source of joy, and we don't, because of all these things that befell the Egyptian people, they are God's children, and it diminishes our joy that they were hurt in such a way. Okay.
Before we go on, I just want to see if anybody out there has some modern plagues besides coronavirus. I think we can all agree that that has been our plague for the last over year. What other plagues do you think there are, modern plagues in our world today? And just raise your hand if you've got one.
Bert, go ahead.
Global warming.
Okay.
Global warming.
All right.
Mm, mm, mm.
Michael and Anita,
Ooh.
unmute yourselves.
Cell phone.
Say that
Telephone.
again.
Cell
All
phones.
right.
I see one in the chat. White supremacy.
Supremacy.
White supremacy. Wow. Wow.
I saw some other hands up. So
Anti-Semitism.
the stocks.
What? You're on mute.
Stocks.
You're good. And you said anti-Semitism. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. All forms of discrimination are a plague. Very much so in the Abba Yudaya Haggadah, talk about things, so many things that we just take for granted, like water and health and so many things that we and we took for granted so much in years before this last year, right? And the things that we now don't take so for granted anymore. Right?
We have in the chat homelessness and hunger. Binge watching Netflix could be a positive or a negative.
I like it. Kelly.
One that has been heightened by the pandemic is isolation, which sends you into thinking about things. Sometimes it's thinking about things in a deep way, but very often it causes us to have some of the worst kinds of feelings: depression, sadness, a sense of not really being in touch with the rest of the world, with the current demonstrations and things happening to other people. You might not even really be able to keep a serious touch because many people have been alone in their homes, and it's really a problem. And can I add homeless?
Yeah, we did have homeless. We did do homeless. Okay. Yeah, beautiful.
And I would say racism. Bert, did you have your hand up for another one?
Yeah, actually, indifference and apathy. People don't want to get involved, even if they themselves don't have the racism, and they just don't think it's their problem.
Yeah. And in the chat, we have unequal and inadequate access to good health care.
Yeah.
Doug
Doug and
and
Tova. I see Tova. Yeah.
Capitalism, that people overwork themselves to the point of exhaustion and don't have a life outside of work a lot of the times. But at the same time, you need to work in order to do things that are fun and have a life outside of work.
Wow, and that is those are false gods, aren't they? They're false needs. We don't all need to have so much. And I was just looking through I hope you'll take a look at the Abba Yudaya Haggadah at some point, because there's so many things that are plagues. We're going to move on to Dayenu. You know, it would have been enough. It would have been enough.
It would have been. So we're going to sing Dayenu. There is I believe it is an Ethiopian custom of taking a scallion and hitting, like a slave master, somebody with the scallion. Now, since I cannot play the guitar and hit myself, I'll do it first. If you have one and that's your custom, please do it, and please join with me. Die, Dayenu, die, Dayenu, die, Dayenu, die.
At this point, we're going to move on to page. I just want to say something in page 66. B'chol dor vador chayav adam lirot et atzmo ki'ilu hu yatsa mimitzrayim. In every generation, every individual should feel as though he or she had actually been redeemed in Mitzrayim. Okay. And so now we have, I'm going to share let's see, Pesach, right after Dayenu.
Haz, do you have a page you want?
Yeah, the Hallel. Where is that? Oh, it's page 33 on mine. I'm going to share mine. Okay.
Okay.
Here we go. Page 33. Okay. So we'll listen. We'll keep this up while we listen to what happened. Oh. Okay, so those are the children. You hear that in synagogue when I sing it, but that's the original version from Africa. We recorded that. It was one of the field recordings that I did at the Stern Synagogue in Nabugoya. So we just wanted to share that. That's going to be our taste of Hallel.
And I just want to say to everybody that this Haggadah that Hazan Stein's been talking about has been a brainchild of his and Jeremy Stein. No, are you guys not related? But
we're
like
not related,
brothers.
but we joke around that he's my son.
That they are. So if you go to the cantorsassembly.org website after the holiday, you can actually download that Haggadah that has a lot of sound bites and really the story of the Abu Yudaya. And it's a beautiful beta version. And next year, hopefully the complete version will be available. But right now, it's really quite a beautiful Haggadah that you can use and you can learn from.
At this point, if you will ask your neighbor to fill your cup again with wine, we're getting ready for the second cup. And actually, if you want to put it up there, that would be really nice. Rabbi Adam, page 70, and we'll just keep it going there, okay? Good, thank you. Page 70, yes. Okay.
70 at the bottom.
Yes, thank you. All right, everyone. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. And drink and lean. Lean, lean, lean. Lean, 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 lean. Lean, 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 lean. We go to the next page. And we find the blessing for washing the hands. This time we will wash our hand, say the blessing. So we wash according to halacha. And here's the wipe. Okay, thank you. Great, it's all over my computer.
Why don't you take care of that and I'll say the bracha.
Okay, good. Thank you.
All right.
Mhm.
And as we, just as a kavanah, to really pay attention to your hands. And you might even want to wash somebody else's if you haven't already. But you know how important, as Hazanstein said, it is for washing hands, especially this year. It really saves lives, including our own. So together we say, Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu al nitilat yadayim.
Amen. Amen, amen. Okay, and next we have the matzah. We'll take our matzah, the three, and we'll say sing the bracha and the special asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav for the eating of the matzah. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu al achilat matzah. Right now I'm thinking about, I'm sorry to say it again, but the Abba Yudaya, who, because they could not get wine this year, and matzah. I have a student that I see every week, and he's making matzah on a fire outside his home. They don't have a stove, they don't have an oven, they don't have matzah, and so he knows how to do it better than I do because he does it almost every year, and that's why I love the shmura matzah, because it really looks like, I'm sure, what it really looks like. All right, we continue on to the next page. The maror. Okay. Oh no, we didn't. Did we?
We're good.
We're
You're
good?
right where you need
Okay.
to be.
Okay, good. All right. Okay.
Everything is beseder.
Okay, good.
That's right.
Seder, my Seder is Beseder? I thought
Exactly.
Kol Beseder.
Okay, good, good. Maror.
From
Okay.
top of page 74.
Yes. We'll take a bit of the matzah and we'll dip some maror and charoset, and we recite Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu al achilat maror. The maror reminds us of the bitterness of slavery. As my grandson Jared said last night, it leaves a bitter taste in my mouth. Okay. And now we have the korech, which is the sandwich. Everybody, if you have it, the charoset. I know what we didn't. We didn't really go through what are these. Okay, and the Hillel Sandwich. So everyone knows what to do. You take some matzah, you take some maror, you make them together. This is a reminder of the temple and a reminder of the practice of Hillel. While the temple was in existence, Hillel would make a sandwich of the Pesach offering with matzah and maror and eat all three together in fulfillment of the verse, with matzot and maror they shall eat. the Pesach, the Zarua. Why did our ancestors eat the Pesach offering at their Seder? As a reminder that the Holy One, praised be God, passed over the Israelite dwellings in Mitzrayim. As it is said, you shall say, it is the Pesach offering to Adonai, because he passed over the houses of the Israelites in Mitzrayim. Matzah. Why do we eat it? To remind ourselves that even before the dough of our ancestors had time to rise, the Supreme King of Kings, the Holy One, praised be God, revealed himself and redeemed them, as it is written. And they baked the dough which they had brought from Mitzrayim into unleavened cakes. It did not rise, since they were hurried out of Mitzrayim, and they could not delay. Maror. Why do we eat it? To remind ourselves that it is as it is written, the Egyptians in Mitzrayim embittered the lives of our ancestors with hard labor, in mortar and in brick, and in every manner of drudgery in the field, and worked them ruthlessly with hard labor. Now we are ready to eat.
So
Does that
I
mean-
just want to thank Rabbi Adam, who's doing our tech for us. And I don't think he's sitting with his family for dinner right now. And I'm hoping that he can have a moment to do that now. But
The family
just
comes
a
up to
extra
visit.
Special thank to
They've
him.
literally been running every piece of the Seder up to me, so it's very kind.
We appreciate it. Thank you. All right. B'tei avon, everybody enjoy your meal. And we can schmooze.
Ah, thank you. Toda rabah.
We have 20 minutes.
20 minutes to eat, and then we'll come back and quickly finish the Seder. And so feel free to talk amongst yourselves.
Gotta talk among ourselves. Nah.
I mean it, on the Zoom or, otherwise.
Hey, Jen. What is it? Is it 11:20 there?
Yes,
You're a trooper.
this is like marathon Seders.
How long did the Seder go last night in at Chabad?
Well, I went to the Sephardic, the Sephardic rabbi's house at midnight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and we just finished on time.
Uh-huh. That's
He
not
said
bad.
we had to be done before midnight.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it was really nice.
Good.
Really nice.
Good. Wow.
How long was your Seder yesterday?
When did the kids lose it? It was nice. It was at I don't know what time it was. I guess it was about 9 o'clock, 8:30 or 9.
Okay, that's nice.
Yeah. Yeah. But you have to start it early with the kids, it's just no way.
Yeah.
Gone really late.
Well, the rabbi was really into drinking 4 full glasses of wine.
Mm-hmm.
He wanted us to be drunk.
Wow. I hope it was in walking distance.
It was, yeah.
Good.
It's so nice to have you, Jen, join
Oh,
with us.
Thank you. I appreciate it because I'm by myself. So and I wasn't sure if I wanted to go to Chabad Seder because there was going to be so many people there. And,
Still not comfortable around that many.
Yeah, I get it.
I don't know if I would be a carrier and give it to someone. So, but yeah, Chabad here has been going pretty much normal with services.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's all in Hashem's hands,
Exactly.
That's how they look at it.
Oh gosh.
How has it been there to get the vaccine? Has it been pretty organized?
It had.
Okay,
At one
good.
point, it was very, very hard. If you were retired, had nothing else to do, you could get an appointment and stay on the computer for hours. But most, it was very hard for a lot of people.
Yeah.
But
Are you planning to open up your synagogue anytime soon or still
Mhm.
nothing?
Well, outside, we're doing a lot of stuff outside.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very nice.
Not a lot, but um, but we do a lot of B'nai Mitzvah. So the B'nai Mitzvah are all in person outside, but not many people.
What's a B'nai Mitzvah?
I'm sorry, Bar Mitzvah. It's a
A bar
plural
mitzvah.
of Bar Mitzvah,
Okay. Okay.
like B'nai Israel,
Okay.
right?
That's great.
Yeah. So we're doing it outside, and we're going to start to do services, regular Saturday morning services outside at some point. But it's hard to do because you have to limit the number of people, and we have a lot of B'nai Mitzvah. So, you can't, you know, how do you control that?
Yeah.
So,
Well, at least you have that California weather where you can have it outside.
yeah, it's beautiful. It's beautiful here. How is it in New Jersey right now?
Yesterday was breathtakingly beautiful. It was really nice. Today was all rain. But tomorrow I think it'll be nice. And I took off tomorrow because it's still another day of Pesach. So I'll go walk the beach or something.
Nice. Wow. This is my favorite thing. I could just have matzah, choroset, and that's all I need.
Jennifer, where do you live?
I live in Ventnor, New Jersey. It's right on the ocean.
It's what?
I'm right on the ocean. I live in a building where I'm like right on the boardwalk here, next to Atlantic City.
Yeah, it's near Atlantic City.
Yeah, right next to Atlantic City. A lot of people know Atlantic City. But I love California.
So my husband wants to know where is that in relationship to Bradley Beach, which is where my father grew up.
Bradley Beach. I don't know if that's more northern New Jersey. I don't know where that is. Bradley Beach.
Northern New Jersey.
Yeah, I don't know if Bradley Beach. Is that near Asbury Park?
Yes.
Oh, that's north.
Yeah, that's north. I'm probably about an hour from there.
Apparently it was like 20 minutes or 30 minutes from the Hindenburg, wherever that blew up. My father ran away from home and took the bus by himself at 11 years old so he could see the Hindenburg and then saw it blow up.
Wow.
Oh, wow. Thank you, Kelly. Oh. Wow. We have another bat mitzvah in the family, Jen. My brother's granddaughter is becoming bat mitzvah.
Oh, how exciting. Are they in California?
They're here in California, yeah.
Oh, nice.
In June.
So will that be outdoors? She'll have a service outdoor. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So we're looking forward to that.
What day? When is that? In a couple months or?
June 5th.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, let me know when I can come visit when this pandemic's over.
As soon as you're ready.
Okay.
As soon as you're ready. Anytime. All times of year, it's nice here.
Yeah. So what are people eating for dinner?
Salmon and asparagus.
Very nice.
Wow.
Lasagna.
Nice.
Lasagna.
Matzah lasagna.
Yeah.
I had brisket and potatoes and vegetables.
Nice.
My new favorite thing is matzah with shug.
Hi, Bert.
brisket.
Hi, Bert.
Hi, hi, Famani. Brisket, potato knishes, kishka, and roasted cauliflower.
Yeah.
Homemade. It's none of it was
My
pre-bought.
dad is muted. It's a good thing my dad's not.
I know, that's why I said it. If otherwise I would never say it.
I had gefilte fish too.
I'm having the same thing I had last night.
Oh yeah, matzo ball soup.
Yeah. We had enough to feed like 400 people, and we had
I
five.
had soup. No matzo balls. Matzo balls are done, so just soup. Chicken, simmus, and roasted vegetables.
I froze. Excuse me.
What, Jen? What are some of the Sephardic dishes that you have for this holiday? Is there anything different?
Well, let's see. They had. Well, they eat rice. They
Yes.
had rice, which is a Sephardic. So they had rice. They had a lot of. They had roasted leeks with zucchini.
Ooh, wow.
That was really good. They had salmon. They had. It was all catered by a kosher caterer because the rabbi had to quickly end Shabbat and then start.
Right.
Pesach. They had brisket. They had Moroccan salmon. Yeah, it was like a feast for like 30, and there was only 4 of us. Yeah, they must have had like. Oh, and the rabbi wore a tuxedo.
Tuxedo?
Yes, he got really dressed up. We were in his house. He wore a tuxedo, and his wife dressed up in like a ball gown. So my friend and I showed up, and we were dressed nice, but not like to go to like a gala.
Wow.
Yeah. They go all out. What else did we have? Lots of vegetables, lots of desserts, lots of wine.
Did they make you drink the whole cup, right?
Yeah, they were like, okay, you got to finish. And you had to they filled the cup all the way to the end. And you know how you have to pour each other the wines?
Yeah.
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 I'll drink to that.
So
4 full cups, I'd be flying.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't be on an airplane.
So, Cousin Michael, what is the main difference in the melodies between the Ashkenazic and the Sephardi?
Oh. Well, some of the Sephardic melodies are very chanted. They're more seem like more like a chant.
Yeah.
And you see that in the Arabic tradition as well. It's it's not as melodic, perhaps, but very beautiful.
Yeah.
But not as melodic. So there's a lot of Fragish and minor, but a lot of it's very similar. But
Okay.
there are certain pieces that are more melodic. What did you think? I mean, you heard the music tonight, and you heard last night. Was there a lot of singing or mostly chanting?
Yeah, I think you're right. It was more chanting. And the rabbi's wife, I think she grew up Sephardic, so when she would sing songs, it would be more, like more melodic, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And then the rabbi, he always makes jokes. He's like, he's really bad at telling jokes, but because he's so bad at it, it's so funny. He starts laughing before he even gets to the punchline, but he kept saying how how the Ashkenazic, we repeat things, we repeat like Mani Shana. He's like, you always repeat the lines.
Yeah.
He's like, we don't do that.
You just go straight through.
Yeah,
I got that.
But we still didn't end till after midnight. So didn't save any time.
Wow.
But it was good. It was fun.
I don't know. I read somewhere that until everybody ends up dropping off and falling asleep, the Seder's not over.
That's what Rabbi Vogel talked about this morning.
Yeah.
I missed the part when he was talking because somebody called me.
Mm. Okay, thank you, baby.
Only dog that loves masa.
And maybe it's a setting or something.
Come on, let's go outside. Come on. Let's go.
Irene, if you're going to yell at the dog, mute yourself.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't realize I was not muted.
Where's the puppy?
He joins us every Shabbos.
He's been waiting. They just ate.
I was on a, thank you, Reba. I was on a Zoom Seder yesterday and somebody went to go open the door for Elijah. And they said, oh, so who's at the door? And Reba came running to go to the door because she was listening to the Seder. She listens to everything on the Zoom call. She really pays attention.
Wow.
Yeah, I can't lift him up to put him on the screen, but that's him.
Thank you.
See if it's on enough. I was having trouble heating it.
Hey, Reba, say hi to everybody.
Having trouble lifting the bowls. Were like this.
Yeah, that's, yeah.
We had so much food that I couldn't lift some of the bowls full of things like the brisket. They were like lead.
Our kids are supposed to take all of it home.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Luckily, they didn't.
And they left their kids here last night. I said, take the food home. But they left the food and the kids.
The kids.
But wasn't it fun to wake up early with young children?
Well, the good news is these kids are very smart.
Which part of early is fun?
No, seriously, they tiptoe out of bed so they can watch extra cartoons, which normally mom and dad would say no to, but they get to sleep in exchange for them, and then the kids get to watch TV. So they sneak out, get yogurt, but when they decided we had slept enough, all three of them hurtled into our bed. It was so much fun. It was like having their dad. So we had a 3-year-old, a 6-year-old, and an 8-year-old jumping up and down on top of us and laughing and hugging, and it was really the best ever. So.
Yeah,
Well,
we
yeah.
have a 4.5-month-old puppy, so we don't get much rest.
We have a 15-year-old dog, and we don't get much rest from him either.
We do this every 18 months or so.
I got a 4.5-year-old granddaughter here today. Never ending energy. I told her I'm not available tomorrow, and she said, why? And I didn't want to tell her I'm doing temple because she'll hear temple. She'll want to come over and do it with me. So I told her I'm very busy, and she said, what? I said, I'm resting. She's been here Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and today. I deserve a rest. Mimi, how was your dinner that you got?
Well, everything was good. I'm gonna try I went to do different places. So I've done a matzo ball soup taste test and haroset taste test. And I did not love their chicken, but everything else was good. I think I like LA Kosher a lot. That's who I bought my Seder meal from. And then I got some sides from AJU. I think some things one does better than the other. So
Had ours from the AJU. My mom got it all from the AJU, and the brisket was delicious.
it's good. The soup was great.
Yeah, the
I'm
soup was
eating a
good too.
haroset today.
I have a report back on the lemon tart.
Yes.
How did it come out?
The lemon tart was so good, and it was basically
Like a lemon curd.
It was, well, the lemon curd was fabulous, and it was almost the same tart dough that I used for my lemon bars, except for I blind baked them totally for 40 minutes, and then I put the lemon curd on it. So the crust came out crispy, and the lemon curd was perfect, and I'm never going back. That's my lemon bar recipe forever and all time now. It was so good.
I can't wait to taste them.
A lemon bar.
It was a lemon bar, except for that I used Ina Garten's lemon tart recipe.
Yeah.
And then, of course, instead of using flour, I used like it's supposed to be half potato starch, half matzah cake meal. And I think I used like a smidge over, a smidge more than a third potato starch and the rest matzah cake meal, and then butter and vanilla, or not butter, margarine and vanilla for the crust, and sugar. And it was perfect.
I love lemon.
Yeah. Lemon was so easy to make, and it's totally Pasadena.
I love anything lemon.
But you know what? I have to say that Jamie, who is a baker and sometimes does it for parties and things, did make one of those chocolate, no flour chocolate cake.
Flourless chocolate cake.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was we had a huge one and we ate the whole thing.
No baking. No baking. I did not bake this year.
Well, I don't either, but she does.
No, I normally bake, but if it's only me, I'll be eating it all.
We know.
Flourless chocolate cake sounds just heavenly for Pesach.
We're just
It
a mile
really
away.
is a wonderful thing to eat after. It's hard to mess it up, first of all, but she does it beautifully. So I'm happy. She was liking my brisket and my turkey, and I'm saying, yeah, but anybody can make those. You make these desserts, so.
Really?
I have seen people ruin turkey and brisket.
We
I
did
go-
actually,
That's a crime.
we were very lucky in that we cooked our turkey on, what was it? Wait a minute. Cooked the turkey cooked Friday afternoon, and then we had to heat it up to eat it Saturday night, and we were astounded. We stuck it in the oven at 300 for like about 20 minutes, and then just turned the heat down to 170, and it was perfect. It didn't dry out or anything.
Oh, that's
good.
It's good.
I went
There
to
isn't-
make the haroset, and I'm going, okay, there's got to be walnuts in this. I forgot to buy the walnuts. But
I can't eat nuts, so my daughter-in-law made me a bunch
Just
of
apples.
just apples and wine, and the rest of them have the haroset.
That should be good.
my daughter had one. She bought a bag at Costco, and I figured it's not been opened, so it should be okay. So I said, I need walnuts. Well, the worst thing would have happened. I would have to use the almonds.
A lot of different people make almond rosets, so
Did
you can use anything.
are any of you off for this spring break or anything like that? Yes, you are, right? Wow. Good, Tova.
Hey, spring break.
She has spring
Yay,
break.
spring break.
Does it feel like it or not?
Well, spring break doesn't officially start till tomorrow. Yep, Friday we were off Cesar Chavez Day. That's not spring break, that's Cesar Chavez Day.
My,
Yes, it feels like it because I'm not having to go onto Zoom and deal with students who don't want to do work.
There you
Oh,
go.
God.
I'm in college and my school was like, you don't get a spring break. You get this random Wednesday and this random Tuesday, not next to each other. But
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah.
and they made that decision because they were trying to go back in person, and they were like, but if we're in person, you guys can travel and let's not let it happen.
Yeah.
And now we're online and it's like, we can travel anyway. Just let us have a spring break. But
There
it's
you go.
3 weeks left, 3 weeks of the semester left.
Nice.
Okay, Hassan Stein, we're confused. You said your grandson, Justin.
No, he said his grandson Jared, but he meant Jack.
I
Okay,
get them mixed
grandson.
up all the time.
Did you mean son, Jared?
They're all J's. Cut him some
You're
Jack.
you gotta just start doing J sub 1
Right.
through like what, 8?
Cut him some Jack. Okay.
Someone asked me the other day whether I thought that, in fact, I think it was Jared, he said, asked if Paige, who's Justin's wife and she's due in May, would be naming her kids J's. And I made
wanna
some terrible comment like I'd have to kill her.
Maybe she's gonna go with peas.
Well, we
Thank
named
you.
ours
New
J's,
tradition.
but I'm sorry,
Pea
go
naming.
ahead.
That's right. Start a new pea tradition.
It may be because she calls the baby Proton right now.
Well, that's a
I
start.
should hope she doesn't name it Proton.
There you go. As opposed to Jew to be, right? Yeah.
But the other ones were Jew D, Jew C.
Everyone in pregnancy for my daughter-in-law was, first one was some name, the next one was Jew B, then Jew C, and then Jew D.
Yeah.
And they were all girls. It worked.
Except Jack.
Jack was named because the doctor mentioned that he was about the size of a jicama, so he was Jicky through his
Gestation.
gestation.
It's amazing though what you can see in the
Ultrasound.
ultrasound. I mean, you see a face, you see eyes, you see outline of a
The new
face.
ones are crazy.
Oh yeah, didn't you?
They have 3D ones now. You can see everything.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's what
that's
they
what
are.
she has.
I
up
guess
in-
that's what it is. Yeah.
She probably has one on Facebook if nobody's seen one.
Oh.
Her.
No,
I thought she looked like
So the sex doesn't revealed out anymore.
Egyptian princess first view. So we'll see. It's another girl.
There
So
you
we're-
go.
I worked
more
with somebody.
Under.
I worked with somebody and she says, I have to know because I want a girl. And I said to him, what happens if it's a boy? I said, there's not a return policy. You know that?
Here's luck.
We wanted a girl, and we ended up with 3 boys, and we never wanted to know till they were born. Maybe we should have asked so we could be ready for the fact that we would have 3, as I used to call them, 3 bad boys. But but my mother called my sons the little monsters. What can I do?
Definitely. Yeah.
What's the matter, Reba?
All I knew is when my daughter-in-law was pregnant with my granddaughters, the twins, all I knew is that they were the same sex, but they wouldn't tell me what it was.
Oh.
Rachel,
Which was-
I'm sorry.
It was fine.
Rachel, are you where are you going to school now? You're in college or you're finished with college? I have no idea.
I'm currently a senior in high school and I'm going to be going to college next year.
Yeah. Any
Yeah,
thoughts?
currently I'm on spring break, technically tomorrow, starting tomorrow.
Any thoughts about where you want to go to college?
I'm still figuring it out. I've gotten into some schools, but I have a good what? Oh yeah. Wait, what?
You're waiting.
Oh yeah, I'm waiting for a few more results left. Yeah, I'm waiting for I think a few more schools like USC and Loyola and there's one more I can't remember, but
All right.
Yeah.
Talk about the Art Institute.
Oh yeah, and I got into the Art
somewhere
Institute.
to go.
Yeah, I do have somewhere to go. I got into the Art Institute of Chicago, so I might
Oh,
be there. Possibility.
Wow.
Yeah. And then I got into CSUN, and then I got into San Jose State, and for animation, and all those for animation. And then what is the last one, Mom? I can't remember.
I don't know. No,
I don't remember, but yeah, that's what I got into so far.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
Way to go.
We just determined that San Jose State is the Earthquakes, not to be confused with Fresno State, the Bulldogs.
That's right.
That's wonderful.
Wow.
Rachel, I'm still not sure how that's possible considering that yesterday you were in 3rd grade.
I know, right? That's what I'm asking, you know? Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Thank you.
Thank goodness we're just waiting for bar mitzvahs and bat mitzvahs now, and we have a little break from the college thing.
Yeah. We still have one that needs to be married.
We have 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't tell Jacob we said that.
Yeah. Oh my God, he'd be so upset. He'd be angry.
Oh, well, he'd have to.
He's not on the Zoom, I assume.
No.
Okay.
But if
He was last
I
night.
can understand why he'd be not happy.
Can you?
But he
That
was on
information
Zoom
went
last
into the
night.
vault.
Oh, look at the baby.
Oh.
Bert, look at the dog.
Oh.
What
So
a-
this is Raider, guide dog puppy in training number 5
Wow.
for us. He is
How old is this
3.5
one?
months old and he's a big boy.
Hi, baby.
Ugh, way too big to do this.
Have a good nap. Go to sleep.
What a great job.
How old is the dog?
4.5 months.
Looks like a lab.
And hopefully he'll be in Temple one of these days soon.
That's true. It must be really hard to socialize your guide dogs in the pandemic.
It's been a challenge, definitely.
Yeah.
Maybe I should have asked you to train my poodles.
Consistency is the key.
I went to sleep.
Very.
Docs, how are you? How's your daughter doing? Is she doing well? Well, can I be heard? No, I don't know.
You're muted.
Oh.
I can hear you, Candace Stein.
You can? Okay.
Yes.
All right.
You're fine.
Are you with your parents, Umani?
No, I came back today.
Oh, okay, very nice.
And dad will be 94 in 3 days.
Oh my
Wow.
God.
Isn't that lovely that you got
Be
to
94 in 2 weeks. And then they celebrate 72 years on the 7th of May of marriage.
Wow.
72 years.
72 years of marriage.
Oh my God. Wow. Mazel tov.
So they were glad to see me.
I bet they were.
And then I got to see some of the grandbabies.
And
yeah. How many of those?
You have a
What?
ton of them.
What did you ask me, Candace Stein?
How many do you have? A lot.
Isn't it a beautiful night for a Seder?
What's that?
Ha!
Yeah.
I have 4 sons and I have 14 grandchildren.
Wow. That's wonderful.
And many of them are so beautiful. It's unbelievable, the ones I've seen. So she's hitting the jackpot. One day you got to bring photos to everybody.
I took a lot of pictures. And guess what? I made a matzo ball soup from scratch.
All right.
Woo!
Yeah. I got the Seder plate and I have everything on it except for the bone, because I kept it's in the freezer.
The raw.
Well, it's in the house.
This is my bed. I did the best I could.
what's the deal with a beet can be a substitute? I like that there's a substitute, but why do they pick a beet?
I think it's because it's red and it has an example of the bloodiness, and it's also similar shaped. But it's also, if you think about a full beet, it has a somewhat similar shape to a bone.
Wow.
Okay. Anyway, yeah, I figured
mean,
maybe.
Yeah, for those who are looking puzzled, there are people for whom they are either vegetarian or vegan and don't like to have a shank bone on their plate. So that the beet becomes a vegetarian or a vegan alternative.
So don't use a golden beet.
Not red.
Yeah.
It's fine if you want to do that, but it's not going to erase the fact that back then they were killing lambs. So
Then you will.
Whatever people are comfortable with. For Fumani, it's the first time she hasn't been able to sneak into someone else's Passover, and therefore she had to do it all herself. So yay!
Yay!
The Hechianu moment. The
Yeah.
Hechianu.
Yeah, to have the Passover plate and do it herself. That's great.
I did. I bought the Passover plate. I got everything, and I was like, okay. And I actually got into Zoom, and I said, woohoo!
That's another really big deal.
Wow.
Yeah.
We love seeing you. Love seeing all of you. This is wonderful. This is a wonderful night.
Robert, Linda, how is Sarah doing? Oh, okay. She's there?
Yeah, she was here for the whole thing. She went.
I didn't see. I was so into what I was doing. I didn't notice. Oh, wow.
Great to have her with us.
Thank you so much. When she comes down, I'll ask her to say hello.
Yeah, tell her to poke her head over so we can see her.
Hey, Bert, how come Reba didn't stick her head in there?
Vivian, it's nice to have you join us.
Yeah.
Hello to the Gordon family. I know you're incognito, but we're happy to have you. And Debbie and Stan. I know everyone's eating, and Robin and Maxine.
Everybody though.
We saw
I think
Vivian.
Deluxe had like 8
Oh, there
people
she
or
is.
something.
Yeah.
Hi, Vivian, and hi, Lori. So,
And Helena and Stephanie
yeah,
and the
this
whole
is
right.
mishpucha.
Gorgeous. This has been beautiful.
Hi, Emily Devine and the rest of the family.
Jen.
Did you get my?
And our cousin Jen.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Rachel,
say
I'm glad.
goodnight.
Maybe
I'm so
you'll be
glad
able
you
to
joined
go to
us.
school
Yeah.
at the end,
So
so you
glad.
can actually have graduation.
And you qualify to be in this family because your first name starts with J.
Yes,
And she is fulfilling the East Coast dictum that we managed to finish the Seder by midnight.
yeah.
That's right.
We love
Okay.
you. Jen's family was in Argentina. They were Steins of Argentina.
Yes.
All right. I'll let you go to sleep. Nice to see you.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
All right. Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Hagsameach.
This was
Sleep.
lovely.
Yes, sleep sounds wonderful.
Dan,
I'd love to get sleep.
everybody for coming.
Yeah.
I'm
Wow.
giving you all a shot of the moon over my shoulder here, rising over our
beautiful.
back.
Wow. Wow, that's cool. The moon over Miami.
Yeah, every
Who
year,
West Hills?
right between these two trees, every year for Pesach and Sukkot, we get this great full
Bert.
moon.
So beautiful.
That's fantastic.
Bert,
How was it last night outside?
We're outside still, and yeah, I mean,
Oh,
we're
okay.
sitting here at the same place we were, and yeah, as it was, it's interesting. As our Seder started, and we started a little bit earlier, so the sky wasn't quite this dark yet, and we noticed this gorgeous full moon.
You can see the
Tonight-
moon. Yeah. Mhm.
And tonight it didn't get to this point until the sky was almost completely dark. So it's really interesting to be so connected to the way that the cycle is. Oh, look at that. Ooh, perfect. Okay.
Great.
Nice.
We should.
Shall we
conclude.
continue?
Yeah. I don't know if we can find where everything is anymore. Oh my God.
Let me just put it.
No, I think we're at Afi Coleman.
All right.
Screen
We
share.
have. We have a song we have to do for the Afikomen. I get to play the banjo again.
Yay.
For those of you who while he gets the banjo ready, for those of you who haven't seen, you should definitely check out the sea shanty video from 613, which produces some fabulous Afikomen songs, including What Shall We Do with the Afikomen? What shall we do with the Afikomen? What shall we do with the Afikomen? Early in the Seder.
That one's a really good one.
We used to sing that in the Navy. Okay, so is everybody on the hunt?
I can't find it. Okay.
What? Afikomen round the mountain when she comes. Afikomen round the mountain when she comes. Afikomen round the mountain. Afikomen round the mountain. She combing round the mountain when she comes. She'll be bringing the nachala, right? She'll be bringing the matzah when she comes. She'll be bringing the matzah when she comes.
Yum, yum.
Afikomen round the mountain. Afikomen round the mountain. Afikomen round the mountain when she comes. She'll be bringing, let's see, what is she gonna bring? She'll be bringing the wine when she comes. She'll be bringing the wine when she comes. Afikomen round the mountain. Afikomen round the mountain. Afikomen round the mountain when she comes. Afikomen round the mountain when she comes. Afikomen round the mountain when she comes. Afikomen round the mountain. Afikomen round the mountain. Afikomen round the mountain when she comes. Hey! Y'all come back now here. All right, 2 cups of wine, maybe 3.
Steve, I figured out the picture take. Come here.
All right. Let me find. Where
All
are we?
right. Did everybody get their piece of Afikomen? But you have to eat a
Yep.
piece of Afikomen before
for dessert.
Who needs baking?
And just
right,
for the
got it.
record, this is the last time that you actually need to eat matzah. You're free to do so if ever you wish the rest of Pesach, but you are no longer required to eat matzah. You can't eat the bread, but this is your annual reminder from me that it is not an accident. The word matzah is an anagram for hazmat.
All righty then.
All righty
continue
then,
with
right.
Birkat Hamazon.
All right. What page can we want to put it up there?
78, 79. I actually have it up. So
You do. Oh, I don't see it though.
it's not up there yet, or it was up. It is not.
Let's see.
Okay, here we go. If I can find it now.
I think dinner was good.
Where's my
I actually don't have. I guess I cannot find it.
Where's my Haggadah? Yeah, thank you. Oh wow.
So Rabbi Adam.
What page?
Coming up. Hang on, I'm just pulling up there.
78
There we go.
starts with. All right, can we bring that up just a bit so I can read it? Shir Hamalot Beshuv Adonai Et Shivat Zion Hayinu Kechomim Ashemales Chopinu Ulashonenu Rina Aj Yomru Vagoyim Higdil Adonai Lasoti Mele Higdil Adonai Lasoti Manu Hayinu Samechim Shuva Adonai Et Shivitenu Ha'afikim Ba'negeb Hazorim Bedima Berina Yiksorum Haloch Yelechu Vacho Nosem Meshech Hazara Oh Yavo Verina No se alumotav Have Rai Nevarech.
Yehi Shem Adonai mevarach me'ata ve'ad olam.
Yehi Shem Adonai Mevarach Me'ata V'Ad Olam. Birshut Have Rai Nevarech Eloheinu Shalchanu Mishalo.
Baruch Eloheinu she'achalnu mishalo u'tuvo chayinu.
Baruch Eloheinu Shalchanu Mishalo Tuvo Chayinu. Baruch Hu Baruch Shemo. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech HaOlam. Hazan et ha'olam kulo betuvo bechen bechesed uvrachamim. Hu noten lechem lechol basar ki leolam chasto. Uvtuvo hagadol tamid lo chasar lanu ve'al yitzar lanu mazon leolam va'ed. Ba'avur Shemo Hagadol, Ki Huzan Umfarnes Lakol, Umetiv Lakol, Umechin Mazon, Lecho Bariotav Asher Bara, Baruch Atah Adonai, Hazan et Hakol. Okay.
Chaz, you are still muted, so it's hard to hear you.
Oh, so I said. You want me to say it again? Oh, okay. No,
That was brilliant.
The third cup. Make sure that you put the wine. You draw the wine into someone's cup. Mine, yeah, right. Kelly, please.
You put the wine in the Kiddush cup and drink it all up.
All right. So we're gonna sing the blessing. We're gonna drink, and we're gonna lean to the left. Some people lean to the right, but this time we lean to the left. That's what it is. Here we go. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Lean, 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 lean on Seder night. We lean and left, we lean to the left. Our cup in the right. Whenever we're drinking, all we have to do is lean.
Boy.
All right. Everybody lean, okay? All right.
Yeah.
We're going to move to Elijah the prophet now. Oh, you have to drink. Well, I was playing guitar. It's hard to play guitar and drink.
Not for me.
And now we come to Elijah the prophet. What we do at our family is we take, and I'm sure many do, we have Elijah's cup is right there, Kelly, please. The big one. No, not that one. That's one.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, it says Kos Eliyahu. I don't know if you can see it on there. It's very nice. And what we do is and everyone can do this in the chat, or you can do it individually, but make a wish for the world. This is the 5th cup of wine. This is the one that says you will return to the land, right? Which means complete redemption, right? And it's our hope that when Elijah comes, we will be complete. We will have the Mashiach. We'll have peace. We'll have no more war. So what we do is we take from our own cup and put it into Elijah's cup, and perhaps we have a prayer. May the world not know hunger. May the world not know suffering. May the world know peace. May the world not know hunger. May everything good happen to everyone that I know and that I love, and the entire community. So if you have anything that you'd like to, and some prayer that you'd like to say for the future, if you want to unmute and I did say a lot of things, so maybe I covered it all. I don't know.
Well, I know that whatever this future we're approaching is going to be, I think it's going to be a different future. It's going to be a different normal than whatever normal has been. And I just hope we all embrace it and find peace and love and joy in it, whatever it's going to be, because it's really going to be quite the new normal.
Certainly is. It certainly is.
In the spirit of Elijah, I hope that when we come back together, that we can come back together even if and when we disagree, and that we learn how to return to civil discourse and remember that friendship is greater than most other things in this world.
Amen.
Amen. Absolutely. So what we do is we open the door. We allow Elijah to come enter. We have a door open. Good. That's not for Elijah. That's for the dogs. But we'll pretend. Okay.
It's outside.
Here, and we'll sing Eliyahu. Eliyahu Hanavi. Eliyahu Hatishbi. Eliyahu. Eliyahu. Eliyahu Hagiladi. Bimhera veyamenu. Yavo eleinu. Mashiach ben David, Mashiach ben David, Eliyahu Hanavi, Eliyahu Hatishbi, Eliyahu, Eliyahu, Eliyahu.
So we're already outside. So Steve said we had to open the door in case Eliyahu was trapped inside of our house and needed to get.
Could happen.
Oh my gosh. That's beautiful. Okay.
Gotta name our next dog Ellie.
Oh, we're not. You're muted, Chazan Mimi.
So we're on to a taste of Hillel again.
Oh, yeah. You're doing Min Hamitzar. Yeah, cool.
Okay, and then I think you're doing Tov Lahodot. Min Hamitzar, page 110. Karatia. Anani. Vamerchavia. Min Hamitzar. Karatia. Anani. Vamerchavia. Anani. 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 Vamerchavia. Karatia. Anani. Vamerchavia. Min Hamitzar. Karatia. Anani. Vamerchavia.
All right. Let me see. Am I off again? Let me see. Yes, I'm here. Okay, good. So we'll turn to page 112. This is the end of Hallel, so that we can say the blessing. And this is Abba Yudaya style. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Ki lecha tov lehodot uleshimcha noel lezamer ki me'olam ve'ad olam ata el, ata el. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Baruch atah Adonai melech mehulah Batishbachot. Okay, and so now we go to the Nishmat Kol Chai, which we're very familiar with, from actually from our service on Shabbat and on festivals. And I'm going backwards. I'm stalling because I'm trying to find the page that I'm going to play. And where is Nishmat Kol Chai Ilufinu? Here we go. All right, I'm going to share my screen with you. This is from the Abba Yedaya. There we go. Share sound. There we go. Okay. So this is a very interesting story. I want to share this with you. This is the youth in the synagogue singing Shochen Ad, and I've been doing this a lot with different communities in Zimbabwe as well, teaching the communities there that they don't need to use Eastern European nusach. They should sing things in their native musical language. And so, we'd get to Shochen Ad, and they go, Shochen Ad marom v'kadosh shemo, and I'm thinking, why? And so I sat with Gershom, and I said, you should do it this way. And this is the way they've been doing it ever since. And this is like, 10 years ago when I said this to him. But this is them singing it. Yeah, it's really cool. All right, Chazan Mimi, do you have the next section in there? Where am I? Tov Lo
I do.
Shochen Ad. Okay.
I do. Hold on.
All right.
Here we go. I'm sharing my screen.
Good.
All right. Now, I'm not going to make you do this. My family, part of my family's tradition is actually to take the sound of each one of the animals and have each person do that, which is fun, but it's late. And I don't know if I'm going to do the whole song or whether we're going to do the beginning and then flip to the end for the sake of time. What do you think, Hazan Stein?
Beginning and end.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
Chad Gadya, my father bought for two zuzim. Chad Gadya, then came the cat that ate the kids. My father bought for two zuzim. Chad Gadya. Now the very last one, which is going to be faster.
Can I do the sounds, Chazan Mimi? Is that okay with you?
You want to do the sounds?
I'll do the sounds. I thought we'd
Well,
ask
we have-
everybody to do sounds.
We have to give everybody an assignment. Okay?
Okay.
So
All
who
right.
wants to be the Holy One? Let me unshare for a second. Okay?
Okay.
So who's going to be the Holy One?
Blessed be she.
Blessed be she or he. Okay, Michelle.
All right.
Great. Okay. We need a angel of death, which means you got to figure out what your sound is. Okay, someone gonna pick it? Wow.
I'll be
Come
the angel
on.
of death. I'll be the angel, and nobody else wants to do it.
Beautiful. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Nice. Okay, butcher. Who's gonna be a butcher? Just make a sound effect. Come on. Rabbi Adam.
Rabbi Adam's the butcher. Okay.
Okay, I'm just gonna assign parts now.
Yeah, just assign them. I think it's a good
Okay.
idea.
Okay, the ox. Okay. All right. Let's one of the Davises be the ox. Just be just figure out a sound effect for it. Okay? And I need someone to be water.
I'll be water.
Okay, thank you, Fumani.
Wasn't there
Fumani's-
that whole song about what does the ox say?
Whatever you want. Okay, who's gonna be the fire? Francine, do you want to be the
Lily,
fire?
did I see Lily? Oh, no.
Was Lily there? Well, I think we gave does Lily,
Okay.
one of the other Davises want to take another part? Or are you good with
You
one
can give
part?
them the fire. That's okay. If they-
No, I don't know. No, they said no, you can be the fire.
Okay.
Branson, you want the fire? Okay.
I want the fire.
You're on fire, babe.
You're on fire. Okay. Who wants to be a stick? The stick. I'm
be a
gonna
stick.
sign.
Lori.
Okay, Lori.
Lori.
Thank you for playing our game. Okay. Dog. Okay, Irene.
Oh,
Okay,
too bad
cat.
Java wanted to be the dog.
Well, sorry.
Oh,
Cat.
well, okay.
Who's
Gotta
gonna be
be a
the
cat.
cat? Michael and Anita. Someone want to meow? Okay, but that means a lot of people are unmuting. I just want to make
Yes,
sure you know
unmute.
that.
Yeah,
Okay, and I need someone to be the kid, like the goat. Cat sis,
Yeah.
are you up for that? Okay, thank you, Rachel.
Okay.
Okay,
One.
all right,
That's
all right.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, yeah.
okay. Then came we're on the last verse, right? So,
Yes, but you
Can you
need to
reshare it so
say
we
it
can
because
see
we're
what's
not
coming?
seeing it because we don't know when they come.
okay, that's fine. I will share the screen.
Okay.
I just wanted to see all of you because it's way more fun. Okay, hold on. Okay, all right, got it?
Got
The
it.
last verse, then came the,
Holy.
Mike,
Who's the holy
Mike
one?
Stein, aren't you the holy one? Gotta make the sound.
No, I was the
Yep,
angel
yep.
of death.
Oh, then came, okay. Who's the holy one?
Michelle.
Michelle, she just did her thing.
I'm sorry.
What again?
Blessed be she and destroyed the that slew the that killed the okay that drank the Fumani
Yeah, it's like, whoo, whoo.
that quenched the
Come on, baby, light my fire.
It's like, you want me
that
guys?
burned the
Clunk, clunk.
that beat the
Woof, woof, woof.
that bit the
Wow.
that ate the
Oh, that's wrong.
my father bought for two Zuzi.
Yeah.
Well, we
Yeah.
could have done it the whole song, but it would have taken a half an hour. But I charge you with trying to do that at your own Seders. It really is a lot of fun.
Next year.
Okay.
Next year in Jerusalem.
Yay!
Next year in the synagogue. All
Very
right.
good.
That
Page 132.
132.
We're
Rabbi
counting the-
Adam, I think we're on the Omer, are we
The
not?
Omer, yes.
Yeah.
No,
Omer.
we're not in there.
Amy, move from Zoom on.
Next year.
What page?
I don't know, it's gotta be near this.
Well, no, it's
Page 132. And we actually rise for the Omer if you can.
This will be a hard one.
Baruch
Figure out,
what-
won't
It'll be hard to figure out what day it is. Don't give us any.
I'm not going to tell you what day it is.
Okay.
All right.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu mitzvotav v'tzivanu al sfirat ha'omer.
Ayum.
Yom echad.
Hayom yom echad la'omer. Okay, you may be seated. And Rabbi Adam, I'm going to share my screen one more time. Okay. One second. Rabbi Adam.
Yes.
Okay, great. Let me. Okay. A prayer. Make sure this is the one. Yeah. Okay. A prayer at Passover. I'm now sharing my screen. Okay. Holy One of blessing, as we commemorate our people's journey from bondage to freedom, we ask you to be with us on our own journey. Each day can be a struggle for recovery and redemption, a journey on which we sometimes feel isolated and alone. Please be with us and our loved ones as we walk the paths of our lives. May we be released from our Mitzrayim, our narrow places, our places of bondage. May we find a place of wholeness and healing as we seek your sheltering presence. May we seek to live each day to its fullest potential. L'shana haba'ah b'Yerushalayim. May this coming year bring wholeness and healing to me and to all of you, to my family, and to the entire world. Amen.
Amen. L'shana haba'ah, l'shana haba'ah, l'shana haba'ah b'Yerushalayim. L'shana haba'ah, l'shana haba'ah, l'shana haba'ah b'Yerushalayim. L'shana haba'ah, l'shana haba'ah b'Yerushalayim. L'shana haba'ah, l'shana haba'ah b'Yerushalayim. L'shana haba'ah, l'shana haba'ah, l'shana haba'ah b'Yerushalayim. L'shana haba'ah, l'shana haba'ah, l'shana haba'ah b'Yerushalayim. Yay!
Beautiful.
Chag Sameach, everybody.
Chag
Sameach.
Sameach.
Unmute yourselves.
A big Yasher Koach to our
Good
Chazanim for
job.
putting this all together and making it all happen.